Alright, guys, I hope I'm clearly visible and audible to all of you. Today is the day 43 of recording daily scheduled videos for 75 days, and today we'll talk about digital freedom and the internal security. Alright, and how do we balance this both digital freedom and as well as internal security? So, without any further ado, let us just start our today's video. So, firstly, guys, say this balance between internal security and digital freedom is very complex, and tackling online radicalization requires both governments and societies to walk into a tightrope, protect citizens from extremist contents like there are many, harmful or, or some sort of very content which are very uh how should I put it, but there's extreme content that we find in the social media, right? I'm not getting that word, yeah. I've lost a lot of vocabulary. There's one word, right? I'll google it after this live. So yes, the extreme contents, right? And they also must preserve the fundamental rights that makes the digital spaces valuable, right? And again, the freedom kicks in. All right. That word, provocative, something like that. We can say it. Okay, I'll just look it after this video. So, why this balance matters between digital freedom and internal security in tackling online radicalization? First is again digital freedom. Online platforms, right? There are multiple online platforms which empowers the free expression of the citizens, right? It also gives you the global connectivity throughout the globe, and you can have access to diversified viewpoints, perspective, and opinions. And restricting this very freedom is heavily very risky, undermining democracy in its true sense, and the very trust in the institution fades away with the time, right? When there is no digital freedom. All right, that's there. And second, why it matters is internal security. Extremist groups, right? What do? They exploit social media, right? They recruit a lot of people, right? And all these online forums and all, for that matter, the apps, right? I think we can consider gambling apps, right? Or the apps which are, some sort of extreme, which is, which can vandalize your health, right? Or for that matter, wealth, right? This all things and spread, and this what does it do? This distort narratives, right? And it recruits followers, as I've said earlier, and it incite violence fundamentally, and states feel compelled to monitor and regulate these spaces to prevent any sort of mayhem that might happen due to this very extremist content that has been exploited in social media, right? And again, to protect public safety, right? And so that the radicalization doesn't happen, right? Therefore internal security is very important. And the tension, the surveillance, right? The surveillance tools like facial recognition and predictive monitoring can be of help identify threats, but it raises a question, right, about privacy, right, due processes and freedom of speech, right? That's there. Now, what's the way forward, right? What must be our way forward? First, see, most experts argue that the solution lies in choosing one side, all right? Uh, Therefore, right, I'm not sure it is one side or not, because the problem lies in the balancing both the layer kind of responses. Because see, if you go with the one side, right, you the other side would be it it would get imbalance, right? So out here we take a middle part. All right, you must balance both and layered responses. Firstly, there must be stronger legal safeguards, all right, to prevent abuse of any surveillance power. And next is we have community driven counter narratives to challenge extremist propaganda that generally happens in times of election, or for that matter to recruit people for different sort of unethical things, right? So all those kind of things. And third is third is international cooperation. All right, since the radicalization is not just confined to one area or states, but also it is out of the country, right? Cross border, right? For that matter. So, why, yeah, guys. Now, in short, the digital freedom and internal security aren't manually exclusive. All right, they are interdependent, both the digital freedom as well as internal security, and overemphasizing one at the expense of the other risks either authoritarianism, right, where there would be authoritarian government, or the vulnerability of the citizens, right? So the challenges is the challenges is designed to a system, right, that adapts to evolving threats while keeping the rights intact. I don't know what I spoke, but I spoke. That's, I think, for today's video. May God bless all of you and all your efforts, Jane, and thank you so much.